So the badging data really is essentially the data that comes from your security card access data. And what we do with the security card access data is really enable the customer to look at things like, you know, how is the return to office looking like post-COVID in comparison to what it looked like before COVID. So because the badging data exists historically, or you have access to historical data, you have the ability to look at what did your occupancy, for example, look like before COVID, and then what is your occupancy looking like now as people start to return to the office. And so what you're looking for here is the trends. You're looking for, you know, how far are you from, you know, where you were before COVID. Maybe also, you know, are there certain regions or cities or buildings, depending on the segmentation, that are returning to the office much more quickly than others. The other thing that you can also look at is the busiest day. So where pre-COVID, you know, you might have seen that as in this example, that Thursday was your busiest day. Looking at, you know, are there trends that are sort of demonstrating themselves in the sense that they're showing similar busiest days, or are you seeing different insights where perhaps, you know, you're seeing more of a flat line across the entire week where people are coming into the office, you know, every single day, or they're using or utilizing space across all days where you don't have that busiest day or that midweek mountain, as we often refer to in corporate real estate. So here we can see that, you know, pre-COVID, as I said, Thursday was the busiest day, but, you know, as we look at, even if it's at a, let's say a 10% or 20% occupancy limit for return to office, that there's fair consistency across all days in terms of how often people are coming into the office, to kind of see what that looks like. And there could be different reasons that are driving that, but one of the things that we're observing in our data is that the midweek mountain seems to be flatlining, so that might be something that might be maintained long after the COVID return to office is observed. And then the other thing that's really interesting is the headcount demand. Again, always looking at it pre and post COVID, is, you know, looking at badging data that where you're looking at unique card reads per user per day per building, where you can see how many days a week does that card come into the office. And so you're doing the daily counts, and then you're aggregating based on the number of days a week that you're seeing that card. And what's interesting is if you look at, you know, pre-COVID, where, you know, users, you know, in this example, only 74 people were coming in or not coming into the office at all. And then post-COVID, you know, that number has now skyrocketed to 398. And on the flip side, where you saw, you know, the majority of people coming in 3 days a week, now you're seeing only 150 coming in 3 days a week. So it enables you to really look at, you know, again, what was the behavior and performance of your space before COVID, and what does it look like now?